Why federal and provincial governments must do more for vulnerable Ontarians. Ontario is a province of immense wealth and opportunity. Yet, beneath the surface of urban sprawl and economic activity, a stark and unacceptable reality persists for thousands of its most vulnerable residents. People relying on Ontario Works, the Ontario Disability Support Program, ODSP, seniors on fixed incomes, and anyone caught in the web of social assistance are struggling, enduring profound hardship that is steadily worsening. The culprit is clear: the soaring cost of living and relentlessly high inflation. While many Ontarians feel the pinch of rising prices, those on fixed or low incomes, who were already barely scraping by, are now facing impossible choices between food, rent, medication, and essential utilities. The current level of financial aid provided by federal and provincial governments is simply not enough to afford a life of dignity, let alone one free from constant anxiety. The grim reality for people on social assistance. For individuals on Ontario Works, the rates provided are designed for bare subsistence, not for thriving. They are often insufficient to cover even basic needs, let alone enable participation in society or meaningful employment searches. Many are caught in a cycle of poverty, unable to afford the tools, transportation, or even proper nutrition to break free. The situation for those on the Ontario Disability Support Program, ODSP, is equally, if not more, dire. Meant to support people with disabilities who cannot work or work full-time, ODSP rates have woefully failed to keep pace with the cost of essential services, housing, and accessible transportation. Many individuals with disabilities face additional costs related to their health needs, adaptive equipment, and specialized care. The current rates condemn them to isolation, poor health outcomes, and a constant struggle for survival, rather than allowing them to live with dignity and contribute to their communities. They are forced to make agonizing decisions, often sacrificing nutritious food or necessary medication to keep a roof over their heads. Seniors and the erosion of security. Our seniors, who have spent their lives contributing to society, are also bearing the brunt of this economic storm. Many rely on their pensions, old age security, OAS, and guaranteed income supplement, GIs, fixed incomes that are rapidly losing purchasing power. The costs of housing, medication, and even essential groceries are skyrocketing, leaving many seniors with little to no disposable income, or worse, forcing them to choose between necessities. This leads to increased food insecurity, neglect of health issues due to cost, and social isolation. It is a betrayal of the social contract to allow those who built our communities to live out their golden years in poverty. The broader socio-economic cost. Some might argue that increasing social assistance rates is an undue burden on taxpayers. However, ignoring the plight of these vulnerable populations comes with far greater, often hidden, costs. When people cannot afford housing, homelessness surges, straining emergency services, shelters, and healthcare systems. When people cannot afford nutritious food, preventable illnesses and chronic health conditions escalate, putting immense pressure on hospitals and primary care. When individuals are trapped in poverty, their mental health deteriorates, leading to increased demand for crisis services and long-term support. Investing in adequate social assistance is not merely an act of compassion, it is a smart economic decision. It reduces the strain on other public services, fosters stability and well-being within communities, and allows individuals to live healthier, more productive lives. It is a reinvestment in our shared humanity and in the foundational strength of our society. What needs to be done? A call to action. Both the federal and provincial governments have an urgent and shared responsibility to act. This is not a partisan issue, it is a human rights issue. One substantial increase in social assistance rates, OW and ODSP rates must be significantly increased to reflect the current cost of living. This isn't about luxury, it's about basic human dignity, the ability to afford food, shelter, and transportation without constant fear. 2. Automatic indexation to inflation. All social assistance programs, including support for seniors, must be automatically indexed to inflation. This would ensure that purchasing power does not erode over time, preventing future crises and providing stability for recipients. 3. Robust national housing strategy. Federal and provincial governments must collaborate on a comprehensive, adequately funded national housing strategy that creates deeply affordable housing options. Affordable housing is the cornerstone of economic security. 4. Enhanced healthcare and pharmacare. Reduce out-of-pocket costs for essential medications and healthcare services, especially for seniors and those with disabilities, through expanded public pharmacare and improved access to supportive services. 5. Streamlined access and reduced bureaucracy. Simplify the application processes for social assistance and disability support, and ensure that systems are designed to support, rather than hinder, those in need. The time for incremental adjustments is over. The current crisis demands bold, immediate action. It is a moral imperative that our governments fulfill their duty to protect the most vulnerable among us. Their well-being is not just their concern, it is the barometer of our collective humanity and the foundation of a truly equitable and resilient society. It is time for our leaders to step up and ensure that no Ontarian is left behind to struggle in poverty.